princesses. Today we're gonna do glam makeup. If you wanna know how to do glam makeup, come here, baby.
So first step, you gotta brush the eyebrows. You gotta really brush them so you can really look good when you do it. So you gotta brush the eyebrow. Second step, I don't have the crayon. So most of people use the crayon, but I don't have the crayon, so I use this. So when you use it, I get a small brush. I got a small brush. So you get the brush and you kind of like go inside and really get there. And now you gotta stop on the bottom the eyebrow to straighten the eyebrow really good, and you go on the top and you brush it. So we start now with the concealer. I have two types of the concealer. I have a dark and I have a light dark. So I start with the light one. So I get my brush, I type in the concealer, and I get the top and the bottom of the eyebrow. I get it so it can look really good. So I get the whole eyes, and after that I get the top of the eyebrows. So I really get it with the concealer so it can look straight and good. So you can see how I do it and watch. So I have a small brush and I brush the concealer. Really brush the concealer, not too much though. So you gotta really brush the concealer so it can, when you put the... So you can see how it look. Second step is eyeshadow. So I use a brown eyeshadow, and I get the brush, a small brush, and I get the eyeshadow. You gotta start in the corner of the eyes. So I start on the corner of the eyes. I get it, really brush it so you can it can show. So I really brush it, and I go in the end of the eyebrow and I brush it too. So you gotta really brush it. Don't put too much. I don't know how you like it, but I don't like to put a lot, but I put a little bit so you can see. It just have to look good. You're gonna see at the end how it look. For the foundation, you gotta wet the sponge. I don't know if you like to wet the sponge, but I do. When you wet the sponge, it look good. So you can see the number, the foundation I use. So it have to match my color. You have to match your color. So you get the foundation, you put it in your hand. Put in your hand and type in the brush and put in your forehead. So when you finish, get the sponge you wet and type in the foundation. Really blend it with the foundation. The sponge really type it to blend so it can look good on you. You can see how I'm doing it. So do it exactly how I do it. So if you want your makeup look perfect, watch me how I do it. So after the foundation, I get my moisturizer and I put it on. After the moisturizer, I put primer. So watch and learn how I do it. got the sponge I wet earlier, and I get some foundation, and I type it in the sponge, and I'm gonna put it on my face. But you gotta really type it so it can go inside your face, and really blend it with the sponge so it can look good. You watch how I do it so you can do it the same way. So when I was done with the foundation, I get a little brush, so I really brush it with the foundation so it's not looking like so much. So I just brush it and really brush it, so you can see how I brush on my face, and really brush it so it can really look perfect. The blush. So when you're doing glam, you have to put a lot of blush so you can see the blush. When you're doing glam or clean girl makeup, you don't have to put a lot of blush. You put a tiny. So the glam makeup, you gotta put a lot of blush. You put a blush in your cheek, in the corner of your eyebrows, and some in your nose, not inside the nose, in the nose. So you get a brush, so you blend the blush, really blend it so it can look perfect. Really blend it in your cheek, and blend it on the top of your eyebrow. Really do a shape, so you really blend it. You can see how I'm blending my blush. So watch how I do it so you can do it. The blush, it's contour. You get the contour, you put it in the bottom of the blush, and in the bottom in your chin, like in the chin. You can see where I put it so you can see what I'm talking about. And you put it in the corner of your nose. Put it really a lot, not too much though, but a little bit. So you put a little bit of your forehead. So you get a tiny brush. You can see what brush I get. You get the brush and you brush everywhere you remember you put the contour. So you gotta really brush it so you don't look you put too much. So watch. concealer. Like I said earlier, I have two types of concealer. So now I have three types of concealer. I have a brown, I have a light brown, and I have a light concealer. So you put the concealer in the bottom of your nose and your eyes. You can see where I put it, and you put the concealer and of the end of your eyes, and you put the concealer at the top of your by the top of your two eyebrow and in the middle of your nose, and you put the concealer in the bottom of your nose and in your chin and of the corner of your mouth. So when you're done with the concealer, you get a tiny sponge and you blend in the bottom of your eyes. You can see how I blend it. So watch where I blend the concealer so you can do the same thing. So like I was said earlier, I got three concealer. So now I get the light concealer. When you're done with the other concealer, you get the light of the concealer. You put it in the corner of your nose and your eyes, like in the bottom, so you can see where I put it. So you can do the same thing. When you're done, you get the brush. I got the tiny brush, and I get the brush and I blend it, and I really blend it. Don't type it too much, but really blend it, blend. So you can see how I'm doing it. So I show you how I do it so you can do the same thing. You don't really need the brush to blend it. You can get a sponge, but get the top of the sponge, the really top, and blend it. So if you don't have a brush. So I'm almost. So when I was done with the concealer, I grab my setting powder. I get the setting powder because you don't want to go on the top. So I kind of shake it so it can go down. So I got my sponge. I have two different sponge, and I hold it with my finger and I type it in the powder and I type it on my hand. When you type it in your hand, you don't have too much powder in the sponge, so when you put it in your face, it can't really look good. So I grab the setting powder, I put it in the bottom of my eyes. You put the setting powder anywhere you remember you put the concealer. You can see I put it everywhere that I put the concealer. I put it in the corner of my eyes, and the bottom of my nose, and the bottom of my chin. So you don't have to put the concealer in the middle of your nose. You just really blend. You can see how I blend it. I really blend it so it can really look good. When I'm done with this sponge, so I'm gonna grab brush. So you can see when I grab the brush, I get the brush and I blend it. So I kind of like take off some setting powder, because sometimes when you put too much, you just get the brush and you blend it so it can look good when you're done. So you can watch how I do every step of it. So when I'm done with the setting powder, I get a powder. So I grab a different brush. So I put the brush in the powder and I type it in my hand, and I really type it so it can have a lot of powder. So I put the powder in the bottom, not everywhere in your face, and the bottom in the bottom face. So when you put it right there, and you put a tiny bit in your forehead. So don't put too much so it don't look crazy. Don't put too much, put a little bit so you can watch where I put it. So when I was done with the powder, I grabbed the same brush. I put the blush on. So I grab it, I put a tiny bit in it so it can't show, because before when I put the blush, I put concealer in powder. So you grab it, you put some blush in it. Really put, not a lot though, just a tiny bit, and you blush the way. So when I was done with the blush, I grab my setting spray. I can show you, and I get a spray and I spray all my face. You really spray it, but don't put a lot, but put some, not too much. And I spray it, and I get my hand and I kind of like really do it. When I was done with the setting spray, so I grabbed my eyeshadow pot, and I grabbed the same color I grabbed for my eyeshadow, and I put it in the corner of my nose. Really, don't put a lot, but put a tiny bit, and really brush it so it can make you look, can make the contour look good. Watch how I do it. So when I was done with the contour of my nose, I grabbed the setting powder again, and I got the sponge, and I use the corner of the sponge, and I get the powder, and I type it on my hand to take off some powder, and I put some powder in the corner of my nose, but really put not a lot, not really a lot. So you put it in the corner of the nose, and you blend it, you leave it. When I was done with it, I grabbed my crayon for my mouth. This is my favorite part, is the mouth. I love to do my mouth. So I start in the bottom. I really get the shape of my mouth. When I was done with the bottom, and I go on the top, but you start in the middle, not in the corner. You start the middle and get the shape, get the heart shape. I love this heart shape, and get the heart shape. When you're done with the crayon, you get the bottom of the crayon. I take out the top of the bottom because cut out sponge, and you really blend the mouth. You really blend it so you can see how I'm blending my mouth. Blend it so it can like do it better. When I was done blending, I grabbed my favorite. So when I was done with the crayon, I grabbed all my lipsticks. So the first one is my favorite. The second one, the third one, is my favorite. So I grabbed those two. So watch how I do it so you can do it the same way. can see how my mouth look good, really good. So when I was done with my mouth, I got the sponge and I blend the powder that I put earlier. You gotta really blend it so it can look perfect. I blend both way in the bottom of my eyes and I blend it. So when I was done with the setting powder, you can see how I look good, guys. I look good, guys. I look good. When I was done, I get the setting spray. So I spray my face, my whole face, and I get my hand again, and I blow my face. I really blow my face so the setting spray can not be wet. So something go on my eyes, guys. It really hurt. It hurts so bad. I'm trying to not mess up my makeup, so this thing don't want to get out my eyes. So I did my best so I can't mess up my makeup, so you can see how I look good. So thank you for watching my video. I love you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and see you next time.